Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to be setting up two different types of tape diagrams. The first one says, Mrs. Perry announced her concert tour and people were excited to buy tickets. On Tuesday, she sold 25,215 tickets. On Wednesday, she sold 10,412 tickets. On Thursday, she sold some more tickets. If she sold 50,000 tickets in all, how many tickets did she sell on Thursday? So I make my tape diagram. I know that she sold some tickets in all, and that amount was 50,000, so I put my total on top. And I wasn't comparing any numbers, so I could just be fine with one tape diagram. I know that on Tuesday, Mrs. Perry sold 25,215 tickets. That's no surprise with her lovely singing voice. On Wednesday, she sold 10,412 tickets. And she sold some more on Thursday. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I need to know how many tickets she sold just on Thursday. Well, I know that all of these would equal 50,000. So I think if I would take away these two parts, it should tell me what would be left over. The shortcut to taking those parts away would be to add them first for step one and then subtract them from the total. So 25,215 plus 10,412 is 35,627. I need to take that amount away because basically I'm getting rid of both of these parts to see how much is left over. So 50,000 minus 35,627. I cannot take away 7 from 0. I cannot borrow from here or here or here. So I need to borrow from the 10,000 place, which gives me 10. I need to regroup that, get 9 because I'm going to put them here. Reduce that 10 to a 9 because I'm going to regroup and put them next door. Regroup, make that a 9, and now I have 10. 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 2 is 7, 9 minus 6 is 3, 9 minus 5 is 4, 4 minus 3 is 1. She sold 14,373 tickets on Thursday. And the concert was a big success, by the way. Now we're moving on to the second problem. It said Miss Larson owned two clothing stores. The first store sold $241,752 worth of clothes. The second store sold $113,916 more clothes than the first store. How many clothes did both stores sell? Well, now it looks like I'm comparing the first store to the second store, so I'm going to go ahead and make a tape diagram for the first store. Then I'm going to make a tape diagram for the second store. And I made it longer because it said more than the first one. This word than shows me that I'm comparing. So the first store had $241,752 worth of clothes. And the second store had more than that by $113,916. So I have to figure out how much this second store had. I know that these are the same size, so I can actually, I don't even need a variable there. I can actually just make this 241,752 because I know they had at least as much as the first store and more, so that's why I made it longer. Now I need to know how much they are altogether. So I could break it into two parts. I can add these two first to find out how much was in the second store. gives me 8, 6, 16, carry 1, 4, 5, 354,668. Then I can add the additional 241,000 from the first store. Oops. Get the correct number here, 354,668. Make sure I have my dollar sign. Plus the 241,752. So if you look at what I've done, I have the two numbers from the second store, and I'm adding it to the first store so I can see how much the stores had altogether in sales. So 8 plus 2 is 10, carry 1, that's 12, carry 1, 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 1 is 14, carry the 1, 4 plus 2 is 6, 5 plus 4 is 9, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So I would say Miss Larson sold $596,420 worth of clothes in both stores. Now you would want to write yours straight across and neat, but because this is being taped, I don't want to start over, and I know you guys will know how to do it in a nice, neat way. So, good luck.